Well, almost good afternoon. Happy Friday. We're going to get rolling. We will start today standing. So just at your leisure, I want you to give me just some alternating reverse lunges. All right, we're just stepping back, lowering the body down. Worry about speed right now. You're just worried about control and quality of your movements. Starting to think about engaging that upper back. So think about ripping the front of your shirt open. Strong through the belly. All the good stuff that y'all know so well. Get about 10 more seconds. Just staying strong. You're not looking for fatigue yet. And let's go nice and tall. Let's reset. And let's take that right foot back. We're going to pull the body straight down. 6 reps of our split squat. So down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's go 3 more. Down, up, down, up. Last one, down and up. Switch it up. Left foot back. Make sure you're stable. Taking it down, up, down, up. You know what to do. Down. 3 more. Down, down, and down. Nicely done. All right, let's go make our way down to a plank or push-up position. All right, before we start, let's get in a good habit of activating those lats. So we're going to turn those elbow creases forward. All right, now 30 seconds, I want you to use strong shoulder taps. All right, so we're going shoulder, just shoulder. Again, not looking for fatigue here, not looking for exhaustion. We're looking to activate the body, staying strong to the hips. All right, hips don't move, body doesn't move. We're breathing. We're gripping the floor with those fingertips. Last 3, 2, and plank. Now let's take that left hand to the sky. Nice strong T-plank reach. Left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky. Reach. Down and left. Down and right. Down, last time left. Down, last time right. And let's walk those hands on back. Take it up top. So that warm-up was a little bit of a look into what today's format's going to look like. We're going to be targeting some movements that are very similar. We're going to work for a minute. We're going to break apart some reps. And we're going to break apart some time. All right, so for the rest of the warm-up, we're just going to go over the main 5 movements. So I want to make sure y'all work through these with me. Don't just watch me, do them with me. All right, so the first one's going to be a plyometric squat. So for as far as your stance, I like an athletic stance. So if you were to jump and land, that's your athletic stance. With the plyo squat, you're not going to the floor and then jumping, because you're not nearly going to get as high. You're going to load and then explode. And then go again. So we got 8 reps of that plyo squat. So make sure you feel comfortable driving through that position. All right, if you can't leave the floor, don't want to leave the floor, you don't want to wake up the kids, that's fine. Just give me explosive athletic jump or position. All right, Superman, let's make our way down to the ground. With the Superman, I care less about height and more about keeping that rib cage strong. So what I want you to do here is I want you to try to lift the entire chest and stay long to the top of the head, all right, instead of just thinking about reaching through the head. I don't want this. I want lifting to the chest, long through the head, feel that activation, and then back down. All right, let's make our way to a push-up position. We know push-ups well, just want to touch on the elbow crease again. Talked about it early on. When we get to this position, I want you to activate by turning those elbow creases forward before you pull the body down, before you drive back up. All right, it keeps you away from doing this. Okay, so we're nice and strong to the lats, whether your knees or whether you're on your toes. We're strong through that push-up. All right, let's go and swing those feet on forward. Again, you're with me. You're not just watching. I don't want you bored. Our glute bridge, when we get to that, our toes are pulled towards our knees. We're driving our knees forward, reaching for the wall in front of us before coming back down. All right, so it's not just about flailing through the hips and ending up like this. It is about driving forward, activating those glutes before coming back down. And last but not least, we're going to work our alternating shin box. So we're going to be here. We will spend an entire minute on that shin box. If this is new for you, you're going to live here. If you've done this before, you're going to live here, hands free, on Bluetooth. If you've done that before, you're going extension with every rep. All right? So when we get to that one, I'll coach you through it. There's 4 other movements that we're going to sync up with those 4 first ones we did, but they're pretty easy. I know y'all know those ones well, so if you understand the ones we went through, you're going to be solid. All right. So let's get to our athletic position. We're going to go 8 plyometric squats. As soon as you get done with those, you're going to go pulse squats for the remainder of the minute. All right, so let's set it up. Your pace, 8 plyo squats. Let's go. Again, once you get to number 8, you're going right into that pulse squat. Pulse squat looks like this. Down, pulse, tall. Down, pulse, tall. Your pace. Again, 8 plyo squats, right into that pulse. So going from power to time and attention. 20 more seconds, plenty of time to start feeling those quads. Control at the bottom. You're not going so low that you go passive. You're able to produce power. 3, 2, and relax. All right, 20-second breather, and we're going to get into our Superman and then Renegade Row. Shows you the Superman in the warm-up. Renegade Row, we bring that hand to our rib cage, body doesn't move. All right, so we're going to go 8 Supermans into a remainder of a minute of Renegade Row. Set it up. Let's work. Superman. All the way down, all the way up. You hold as long as you like. But I want you to think about this like a bicep curl. Okay, try to feel that flexion before you come back down. Once you get done with those 8 reps, you're right into your Renegade Row. Get strong through the hips, much like the shoulder tap we did at the beginning of class. Make sure we're bringing the hand towards the rib cage, not the shoulder. When we aim for the shoulder, we tend to put a lot of tension in the neck. 15 seconds. Again, the reps to remember are 8. First movement's always 8 reps. Second movement, it's all up to you. 3, 2, and relax. Bring those feet on out in front. We went over the glute bridge. All right, let's toes towards the knees. We're driving those knees forward. Once you get done with those 8 reps, we're going to extend those legs out, and we're going to hold an iso bridge. My bottom's off the floor right now. It's a lot of fun, I promise you. All right, 8 reps. Glute bridge, let's go. Drive the knees, back down. Drive, squeeze, down, your pace. The magic number is 8. Once you get to that 8th rep, you're going right into walking those feet out. All right, you're flexing through your bottom, through your hamstrings. Your toes are pulled towards the knees. You're strong through the belly. Breathe. This one's a lot of fun. Again, today's mentality, today's method is going to be overload. We're picking on certain muscle groups at a time. 10 more seconds. And relax. All right, next we have 8 push-ups to a plank. So once you get done with your 8 push-ups, you're going to plank for the rest of the minute. If you're thinking, Chris, 8 push-ups, that's too easy for me. All right, make them plyo, make them challenging. All right, make them work for you. But give me the 8 best reps you can. Set it up. 8 reps. Let's go. And you know 8's the magic number. Rocking that plank for the remainder of the minute. Don't let that plank be easy. All right, pull those shoulders down. Show off those elbow creases, or turn those forward. Work that strong breath. You're strong through the fingertips. You're not letting your wrist take too much pain or too much tension here. You're strong, you're strong. Head to heel, strong as steel. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Drop the knees, bring the feet on out in front. So we're going to that alt shin box, all right? That's where we're going to get our rotation from today, our rotational strength through the hips. All right, we got a little bit of time, but again, we have our supported, dropping side to side. Don't let that be easy. You still really press that knee into the floor, work that internal tension, all right? 3, 2, let's work. So we have supported, my hands are down. If that's a little too easy for you, reach forward. Allow your hips to do all the work. Challenge that pillar a little bit more. And if you want to work that extension, when you're in this position, reach forward and pull yourself up. Imagine you're grabbing a rope, pulling yourself up, back down nice and controlled, working back across, pulling yourself up, back down. You can use your hands if you really want to explore that extension. I'll show that on the other side. My right hand comes down, pressing up. It helps out a little bit. 20 more seconds. You pick your medicine. You can explore, you can alternate between all of those modalities, all of those different options we have for that shin box, and relax. All right, let's make our way up off the floor. So we're going back to our plyo squats, into our pulse squat. You have 10 seconds, so give me a big breath. And with those plyometric squats, I want the most power you can get out of those hips. As long as you're not ceiling right over your head, I want you going through the ceiling, your imaginary ceiling. 2, 1, let's work. 8 reps. And set up that squat, pulling down, pulse, and back up. Pulse, up. So what I talked about earlier on, about making sure that pulse, you go low, you challenge yourself, but you can create tension, okay? If you just go to your bottom like this and bounce, you're not really working a pulse squat. You go to where you feel load, you feel strong, you pause, give me that pulse, and back up. Big difference between those two. Three, 2, and relax. All right. Making our way back down to the ground. We're going to be there for a little while. We have that Superman. Again, you're long from head to heel. You're not looking for distance through the neck. You're trying to lift the torso. You take your arms where you need them, either overhead or at the sides. Lift that torso, and down. Up, down. Your pace. Once you get to that magic number, that number 8, you're back to those renegade rows. So you're in that plank position. Again, hips don't move. Hands come to the rib cage. Y'all know all this stuff. It's like we've done it before. Get as long as you can get from head to heel. Roughly 15 seconds left. That doesn't mean speed up. It means stay strong. Three, 2, and relax. All right, swing those feet on around. Going into that glute bridge. In my opinion, the glute bridge is actually easier of these two movements. Strong reps into that extended iso hold where your hips are off the ground. All right, toes are pulled towards the knees. Let's work, 8 reps. Make sure those knees are driving out We're squeezing through the glutes. Again, hit that magic number, hit that 8. And then you walk those feet out. We're working an isometric hold here. Woo. Good news is you are halfway through the minute. You got 30 more seconds. Don't you wish you didn't rush to those glute bridges now? Squeeze, squeeze those abs, squeeze that abdominal wall, squeeze those glutes, those hamstrings, they need it. Almost there. And then we're back to our push-up and our plank combination. 2, 1, relax. All right, you can roll over or swing your legs on behind. If you found those 8 push-ups to be too easy in round 1, make it more challenging. That's on you. You can explode. You can go hand release at the bottom. You can yell at your kid to come sit on your back. Whatever you need, let's make those 8 reps challenging. 2, 1, let's work. And once we get to that 8th rep, I know you all know this, but we're rocking that plank. Yeah, we're not looking to do a 5-minute plank. You've got 30 more seconds. You're squeezing everything you can. Strong to those fingertips. Support those wrists. Let's get those shoulders locked back in. Turn those elbow creases forward. Feel those lats. Feel those wings. 3, 2, relax. All right, we're going back to that shin box. If last round was your first time ever doing a shin box, I highly doubt it. We do sneak them in a lot. But if it was and it feels really tight, then I want you to stay hands supported. Let's try to get those hips to unlock, and then we can add strength later. All right, so if you're starting off, drop those legs side to side. We're still trying to open up the groin. We're trying to challenge the hips by getting those knees as far apart as possible in the transition. And then if you feel pretty good with that, you can take those hands away. And then if you feel pretty good with that, you can reach for that imaginary rope, pulling yourself up, dropping back down, nice and controlled. Slow on the descent if you are working that extension. 20 more seconds. And the extension is just an option if you've mastered the alternating shin box or the hands free. Then you can just work side to side, hands off the ground. Last 4, 3, 2, and relax. So we do have 3 rounds of this thing. We've gone through 2. Y'all know the movements. You know how you can make them more challenging, aka more effort. All right, so we got those 8 plyometric squats, into those pulse squats. Tight to that belly, athletic in that stance. 2, 1, let's work. Soft on that landing. Get those hips back and explode. And then once you're done with those, right into your squat stance. Strong pulse. Every time we stand, we reactivate that midsection. We get that belt line back towards the belly button. We rip the front of that shirt open, trying to get that T-spine reset. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and relax. All right, back down to 4 movements left. Superman is next. I know y'all know this. Partnered with that Renegade Row. All right, lowering down. Lift that upper torso, long through the head. 8 reps. Hold that flexion long enough to feel something. You're not just throwing your body up and coming back down. And then once you're done, right into those renegade rows. Touched on it a few times so far. Think about being strong to the shoulder, all right? So we're turning that elbow crease forward. We're showing it off to the person in front of us. Last 10. 4, 3, 2, and relax. All right, taking it back to that posterior chain, back to that backside. We have those 8 strong glute bridges into that isometric extended bridge. Set it up, big breath. Let's work. See if you can reach those knees further out in front of you. Feel that flexion through the glutes even more. You know the magic number. You get to 8, you walk those feet out, and you squeeze every muscle that you can find. I want everything from rib cage to glutes, hamstrings, biceps, pecs. Squeeze it all and breathe. Ten seconds. And relax. All right. Flip it on over or take your legs behind you. Back into that push-up. Again, those 8 reps, make them challenging. All right, big breath. Set it up, and let's work. You get to 8, you lock in that plank. So, we're hitting close to the end of class. I'm sure there's many of you who would rather just work push-ups for a minute. All right, but we got to think about sometimes what we're training. Are we trying to become stronger? Or are we just trying to become more efficient and have better endurance? Are you training for heart health? Are you training for strength? You've got pretty good cardio. I recommend you figure out how to make those lower reps more challenging, or you've already mastered cardio. Make those lower reps more challenging. Challenge that strength. Think about what your goals are when you're working through something. 10 seconds. Three, 2, and relax. All right, finishing off with that shin boxing. That's going to wrap it up today. All right, so we got 1 minute coming up. If you stayed supported the entire time, let's maybe see what it feels like to go hands-free for a rep or 2 as long as it doesn't cause any pain. All right, minute started. You pick your medicine. You go supported. Kick on that Bluetooth. You go hands-free. And then if you'd like to explore a little bit more, you add that extension. Or if you're not quite there in the extension, you can take that back hand down, press through, and you can actually press the hips forward and work more of your overhead reach. We work this in a lot of times in strength flow. We'll work more of that tripod, opening up that lateral line, challenging our lateral strength. 10 seconds. And finish up that rep and relax. All right, that does it for our strength portion. Let's do a quick stretch in. Since you're already seated, we'll keep it pretty basic. So we're really concentrating on those hip flexors from all those plyos we did. So let's take that right foot back, left leg's extended out. I want you to drop back to that left forearm if you can. If that's a little too much, then just walk the hand out and fire through that right glute as we try to open up that right hip flexor. If you're staying for abs, I would actually prefer for you right now to do everything you can to recover and then prioritize your stretching for after abs. All right, but if you feel pretty good when you start working on that hip flexor, but if your heart rate spiked right now, go make sure you get some water. Go make sure you get even some fuel if you need it. All right, before we get into abs. All right, but if you're done for the day, you're with me. And let's go and switch. Any of these stretches, I'm always a big fan of exploring. So if you want to add some rotation to any of these, please do. Well, that does it for me today. Thank you very much for spending your lunchtime with me. If you're jumping off before abs, have a wonderful weekend. Stay classy out there, and I will see y'all next time.